Hello and welcome to another episode of BikeRadar's Gravel Diaries, which is all about the gravelly adventures we get up to here at BikeRadar. Today we're joined by a very special guest, Adam Blythe. Road racing fans may recognise him from his road racing days and more recently his live commentary on Eurosport. And today, Adam, you're going to be taking us on a gravelly adventure.
I am indeed. We're going to go into the Peak District for a little bit. Macclesfield Forest, it's quite hilly, so I hope you're all prepared for a few hills. But yeah, nothing too serious. It's not too difficult, apart from, a couple of mountains.
We also sat down recently with Adam to find out a little bit more about how his gravel cycling has changed his perspective on cycling as a whole.
But first, a massive thank you to our sponsors Genesis for providing us with some beautiful bikes.
So Adam, you got a route in mind for us. Give us any kind of tasty highlights, horrible climbs, chunky gravel. What have we got to look forward to today?
We have got generally quite a steady start. We're down a canal path, which is obviously fattest on a canal, so that's nice. Then we head into Macclesfield Forest, climb right to the top of that. So there's your first sort of problem of the day, climbing up there, which will be fine. And then we head round the back of that and up Charity Lane, which is also another hellish climb, but it's also fine. Not really, but it's fine. I'm telling you it's fine. It's not at all. And then after that, we sort of head back down the Cattenfield, a little bit of road, and then over the back into Bollington on a nice little gnarly path, which I've been trying to get the Strava on for a while, but I've never succeeded yet.
All right, we're going to get warmed up, get going on the bikes, but don't forget, if you like this kind of video, then give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Oh no!
Warmed up, everyone?
Much warmer now.
We've just lumped out of Langley and the rain is just starting now, which doesn't bode very well for the rest of the day, but beautiful looking scenery up ahead.
Yeah, you see that gap in the trees? Just there, that's where we're going. Follow it round. So this is the last bit of road for a little bit. It's got a big old climb coming up, mate. An actual one, not a little lump like that one. Right, before we tackle this though, this awful climb, you're going to go back to my kitchen and we're going to look at my personal highlights throughout my racing career.
Well, I started my career before I was professional in Belgium. I left when I was 17 for a tiny little team. I just got 2 pairs of shorts, 2 pairs of jerseys at the start of the year. And I rode for 7 months out there on an old Trek I used to have for 3 months of that with a butter knife taped to the top tube so there was a crack in it. Every race I duct taped this butter knife to the top of it, stop it bending. And I started getting quite good, won a few races. Next year went onto the feeder team for Lotto Soudal. And I think then this was the first part of my highlights, I guess. It was the first year Neo Pro. Rode 4 days of West Flanders and I got in a break on the second day with Philippe Gilbert as a teammate, and then I got drafted in for Flanders, Roubaix, all that kind of stuff as a Neo Pro alongside Gilbert, and he said I want Adam in the race to look after me. I was capable of riding the peloton very well. Then I did that, did the Giro that year, got told to stop after 11 days, did that, got 5th on the 3rd day or the 2nd day, which was very good. And then the end of that year I won Franco-Belgium 4-day stage race. And then the second year wasn't the best. 3rd year I was with BMC, won a race, Tournai Binch towards the end of the year, which was probably my coolest win in terms of how I've won it. So it was 2014 that I won Ride London. I was with NFTO. That was probably my biggest win to date. So it was a brilliant win, rained all day, a lot of big names in there, Tom Boonen, Sam Bennett, Caleb Ewan. Got on away finally with Gilbert, Alaphilippe, Ben Swift. But yeah, smoked them all in a sprint. I went into that race with an ambition of winning, but it wasn't, I never expected to. I knew I was good, but not that good. That was probably my highlight until then. 2015, Orica Green Edge after that, a couple of podiums here and there, but nothing special. And then Tinkoff won the National Championships, which was a big, big day. That was 2016, in the break all day, 150k. And yeah, we just rode well all day, got caught with 8 kilometres to go, and then a smoke cab in the sprint, which was always nice. And then after that I went to Aqua Blue, which was not the best time, and then I had my final year, 2019, back with Lotto where I started. Rode alongside Caleb Ewan for a few races, but I wasn't ready. We just had twin girls and my commitment was greater to my family than it was being a pro. It meant a lot more to me to be around my family then, and that was it. Wheels up after that. Yeah, I guess most important win, Ride London, best win, Nationals, best ride, 12th at the World was good in Qatar 2016. So yeah, I've had a few ups and downs, had a good laugh. It's the main thing for me, I had good fun. That's what we all do it for, fun, and I had a lot of fun.
I was just in Mac Forest, got him behind There's dog in front. Morning! And we've got a climb coming up. Oh yeah, you alright? There's my neighbour. It generally was my neighbour. Right, we're coming. Last little bit. Oh! I'm one-handed. This is not good. The elixir's going, look. How was it?
Oh, a spicy little ramp that.
Spicy. How was it, mate?
It was going good, and then I realised you were just one-handed.
Yeah, we're just at the tree line. Rain's cleared a little bit, and yeah, nice. Got another climb coming up, which is more for mountain bikers. It's a bit more gnarly.
Yes!
Da, 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 da.
We're at the top of the hill now. We didn't manage to catch Adam up. Feeling quite sick right now, but I think what are we going to do next?
Do Charity Lane next, which is a little bit gnarly, a little bit tougher. And then we go up to the top there, beautiful view of Cheshire after that. Down, a little bit of road on the Cat and Fiddle, and back over into Bollington.
So before that, we're going to take you back to Adam's kitchen to hear what it was like transitioning from being a pro to being a weekend warrior.
I went to Down Under, was going all right, nothing special. It was all a bit of a blur, to be honest. I just remember I just couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't go out, couldn't go and ride for long enough, couldn't do the numbers that I wanted to do, and my motivation was on the floor. I just wanted to be at home and support my family, especially my partner. So I just wanted to be around her and in the house as much as I could, really. So it was challenging. I made the call to Madison Genesis. I knew that I was going to stop, and I spoke to them and said, look, I'm going to stop riding, racing, but I'd like to keep riding my bike. And I was never in a team with them, and just loved their approach for what they had in it. They just loved bikes, they loved bike racing, they loved the quite ease of bike racing. So that was that, really. So halfway through the year I decided I was going to retire, and it was just a case of trying to trot on till the end of the season almost, and I was very honest with my team. They knew what was going on, they knew I was going to stop, they knew I was having a hard time back at home trying to do everything properly, and they were very supportive of that. So as I'd done my last race in Paris Tours, it was like, done. That was it, no longer going to put a number on my back again, and I wasn't too bothered by it.
Adam's just gone. We just enjoyed an absolutely beautiful view looking down to Manchester.
Manchester.
Lovely climb. Thank you, Adam, for
all right, pleasure.
including that into the route. Beautiful.
You didn't go up it, did you?
Nope. See you at the bottom. Stay safe.
Just at the top of Charity Lane. We did manage to just keep Adam in our sights as we came down that little rattly descent. You did too. But now we can see a pretty gross bit of weather coming over the horizon there, so we are going to hightail our way back down on this descent. But in the meantime, we're going to jump back and hear a little bit more about how gravel riding has changed Adam's life post-professional racing career.
Gravel riding is just, for me, it's easy. As a road rider as such, you just used to get stuck in your country lanes. You'd always have to do what you needed to do, but gravel riding for me was just the ease of going out and the enjoyment of adventure. And it still is now. There's loads of routes around here that I know for gravel. There's also loads of routes that I don't know, but it's just going and exploring. And I think for me, having Genesis back me up with 3 gravel bikes that do all the same thing, but all very, very differently. Gravel is just, it's adventure, it's ease, it's calm, it's fun, it's not pushing myself in terms of ability and sort of strength. My condition, but more in terms of my bike skill and just having fun and not worrying about it. And for a gravel bike, you can't get lost because you can just go on a different gravel path. You can go always find something else, and that's when, for me, that's when you start to find adventure and paths that you've not done before. And I think that's the beauty with it. Road, you can only go on road. Gravel, go wherever the heck you want. So yeah, it's just the fun, the ease, the exploring, the adventure, having a laugh with your mates. And that's what it is for me. It's just bringing back the youth inside you.
Bloody hell, that does. That is honking.
Right, we're here. Last descent of the day, it's just there in front of us. And then we're down there, back home. We'll have a little tea room stop before we stop. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Have you guys enjoyed it?
Loved it! Great
time.
Beautiful.
Cracking route.
Smashing.
Small but punchy.
Small but punchy.
Yeah, like it.
Take that as you will.
Made it into the cafe. Absolutely gorgeous little loop. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, pleasure. Yeah, tomorrow when it's sunny, we can do a bigger loop.
Yeah.
Rain, get in the way of play.
No, but it was really good fun. Yeah, real nice.
Good, I'm glad. Your legs hurting, mine are hurting.
My hands.
Yeah.
My hands, yeah. I've got a blister, I need to get back to my nibble. Other brands are available.
That's what post-pro life has done to you.
Ruined my hands, make them soft.
Well, we're going to enjoy a nice little cup of tea, aren't we? Coffee, whatever.
Croissant.
And then, croissant. And then a few final words from Adam back in his kitchen for you.
I look back at my career when I first started riding my bike, it was purely for fun. Just used to love racing my bike, used to love going fast, as we all do. And then when it gets more serious, it becomes a little bit more of a job. There's definitely days you don't want to go out, even when it's nice weather. And I think that was the difference throughout my career. There was always been more challenges. And I guess it's the same for everyone, but you're rarely on top of your game that much when you know everything's right. And then it becomes a job, it becomes hard work, mentally more than physically, because you can only do what you can do. You can push yourself, but mentally you have to push yourself all the time. So for me, being at the top to then stopping my career, I didn't have to worry about that anymore. I didn't have to worry about going out on the bike and training for 5, 6, 7 hours. I could just go out for an hour. I just get to go out and enjoy it. There's no pressure to go out. There's no pressure to ride fast. I still like to go and ride fast. I still like to go out on a club run and try and give everyone a kick in for at least 2 minutes, which is getting harder actually. It's going back to where I started and just going out on your bike for fun. Stop in a cafe, stop at a pub, which I do like doing on a gravel ride actually, go and find an unfound pub somewhere. I absolutely love bike riding, and having Genesis give me a bike for every, not just bike kit, everything that I could ever need for each little bit, different gravel, different road, different mountain biking. I've got everything that I need, and yeah, thanks to Genesis, they've been able to push without really pushing me to go and get stuck into bike riding, because yeah, I absolutely love it.
That's all wrapped up, full of coffee, and we had a really, really good ride out. Loads of fun, and we hope you enjoyed learning more about BikeRadar's new friend.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming, guys. I've enjoyed it. It's been fun. Show people around my local routes and yeah, have a bit of a shred. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks again to our sponsors Genesis for decking us out with these wonderful bikes.
Now, if you like this video, don't forget there are more videos in the series, so do check them out with the playlist. The link to that is above me right now. And don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you know every time we upload a new video.
Hey!